Vicky worked tirelessly under her arrogant and mysterious boss, Simon. Her life was already miserable, stuck with a cruel, abusive husband named Bob. But when she decided to quit her job, her world took a terrifying turn. Bob raged at her for leaving work, accusing her of disobedience, while Simon, her boss, appeared unexpectedly. What followed was beyond logic. Simon revealed a dark, supernatural side that frightened her yet strangely drew her in. To save her husband's life, she offered herself in return, becoming Simon's prisoner, living under his watch, day and night. The man she once feared as a monster became her only protector. Her heart was torn between fear and fascination. Every look from Simon carried danger, yet behind his cold eyes, she sensed a wounded soul trapped by time and secrets. In that haunting moment, her life as an ordinary woman ended, and a journey into mystery began. Simon made Vicky his personal assistant, not out of mercy but out of control. He promoted her to a high position, his financial director, only to remind her that her life belonged to him now. His world was luxurious but filled with cold beauty and power. Every command felt like a test of her courage. Yet, beneath his arrogance, Simon was tormented by something far deeper. He couldn't touch her without pain. Silver burned him, sunlight weakened him, his every move whispered the truth: he wasn't human. Over time, fear gave way to curiosity. Vicky saw glimpses of humanity in his cruelty, a man who longed for connection but couldn't feel it. Simon's strength was terrifying, yet his loneliness was even more tragic. Slowly, she began to see that the real prison wasn't hers, it was his. Bound by darkness, Simon lived in eternal suffering, until Vicky's presence began to change everything. Simon's world was dazzling and dangerous, a place of wealth, shadows, and mystery. He took Vicky to grand halls where she didn't belong, where she felt like an intruder among powerful strangers. Yet, in his presence, she began to rediscover her strength. Her fear slowly turned into defiance. For the first time, she saw her abusive husband for what he truly was, a coward who thrived on control. When Simon revealed her husband's betrayal, Vicky's illusion shattered. The pain broke her, but it also freed her. On that night, she took back her dignity. No longer the trembling woman in fear of everyone, she rose like a phoenix, facing her demons in front of the world. In that moment, Simon didn't save her. She saved herself. And unknowingly, her courage touched something deep inside him. The beast within began to tremble. At a glamorous event, Simon asked her to dance. She hesitated. He was the untouchable, the cursed. But when their hands almost met, the world seemed to pause. They didn't need touch to feel the electricity between them. Vicky realized she was falling for the very man she once feared, a man who could destroy her with a glance, yet looked at her like she was his salvation. The dance was slow, hypnotic, and dangerous. Every step drew her deeper into the unknown. When he whispered, "Before time began, you were mine," her soul trembled. Yet this love was forbidden. He was darkness itself, and she was the light he could never fully reach. Their connection was both a blessing and a curse. That night, she understood one truth: real love doesn't always save you, it tests how deeply you can surrender. Simon tried to push her away, knowing his love could destroy her. But Vicky refused to leave. She had seen the man beneath the monster, the broken soul yearning for redemption. When he confessed that he had fallen in love with her, everything changed. For centuries, Simon had lived without warmth, but Vicky melted his icy heart. Yet to protect her, he vanished, leaving behind all his wealth, transferring his empire to her name. She became powerful, but empty. The silence of his absence was unbearable. In the world's eyes, she had everything. In her heart, she had lost the only thing that mattered. Every night, she dreamed of his touch, the one thing they were both denied. She had awakened the beast's humanity, but at the cost of her peace. One day, fate brought them together again. Vicky's life was in danger, and in her final moment, Simon returned, saving her once more. This time, she didn't run. "I'm not afraid of anything," she whispered. Their love defied nature, time, and death itself. As they embraced, his darkness and her light merged. The curse that had bound him for centuries finally broke. Simon's cold heart began to beat again. Their worlds, one mortal, one eternal, became one. She had taught him what no power or eternity ever could, that love isn't about control, it's about surrender. In his arms, she found the courage to live again. In her eyes, he found redemption. The beast was no longer cursed, and the girl was no longer afraid. Together, they proved that true love isn't afraid of darkness, it transforms it.